Earned media is any sort of outside attention that you earn but don't directly pay for. So this could be something like an influencer posting on Instagram about your business. It could be inbound traffic coming from Google that you don't pay for. It could be reviews coming in, or it could be press coverage from reporters who found your business and wanted to talk about it because of how great it is. Now, while you don't directly pay for earned channels, they're not necessarily free. There's a sort of effort and strategy that you have to put in to get this type of traffic, and it's well worth the effort because this is the most powerful traffic. This is unsolicited attention, recommendations, and traffic coming from outside sources, which is proven to be the highest converting. So in today's video, I'm back with the House of Transformation. I'm talking about how they can build an earned media strategy so that they can activate their gym customer base to go out and basically do the marketing for them in terms of posting on social media, getting covered in news outlets, and boosting their organic rankings in Google as well. This is all part of the Small Business Takeover series. Let's get into it. Earned is really where we get a lot more kind of surgical with the marketing. So within earned, I've got a couple opportunities here. I have like influencers, PR, and media, number one. Earned number two would be organic customer posts. So like having people in the gym post, stuff like that. Organic search for SEO, especially for like search terms like gyms near me, gyms in Miami, stuff like that, popping up for those types of search. And then the fourth one would be like partnerships and co-marketing events. So I'll just dive into these real quick and kind of give you a little bit of a how-to on how I would approach these. So the first one, PR, media, and influencers. You guys have gotten some press coverage before in the past, just organically through relationships. Those types of like best gyms in Miami or like top, those are great, not only for just awareness and reach and again, bringing potential people directly in the door, but it also ties into your SEO efforts. Basically, whenever press meet outlets talk about you, Google sees that as like a positive check and it helps to bump up your rankings a little bit. So same thing with influencers, right? I kind of bucket these all into the same thing. Influencers are actually more powerful than newspapers now, we all know that. So one of the strategies that I've deployed with clients in the past that I think can work well, and again, especially knowing what you can do, Lewis, in terms of content, is press is all about the exchange of value, right? And especially with influencers, you can pay them directly, probably out of the question just in terms of what they want. But if you dig into what like an influencer really wants and helps them out is content, right? Especially like high touch, high gloss content, and you have the ability to do that in-house. So some light outreach to influencers, leveraging people like Cindy relationships, asking if she knows anyone that would be interested. Like you can put together like a really high gloss workout video for them. They come in, you give them a personal training session, you film it for them, and then you give them content to post on their Instagram account and just make sure that they tag the company. Super easy way, super low touch way, again, especially on a Sunday. Every Sunday you have a new influencer come in, you do one of those amazing workout videos for them. That's a ton of value for them, right? That they'll probably come in and want to do it for free for you and just spread the word about the gym. So that type of concept too ties into the organic customer posts. I know you guys already do this, but it's super easy to just film people when they're in here and then airdrop them the video. People love showing off their gains, workout, stuff like that. Just be consistent with it. Like your customers, if you really look at the way a lot of gyms grow, it's through social media and it's through not advertising or you constantly telling people how great you are. It's through other people telling their people how great they are, right? So again, there's only so much that you can do. People will obviously post on their own, but if you can spur that by helping them to create that content, by taking those videos for them and just giving them to them. I know you used to do it for me all the time. I know you still do it for people, but again, just consistency with that. Like every time somebody comes in, they're working out, you should be doing the video stuff for them and just giving that to them. They'll post it on their own. So the next one would be organic search. So really the only one that we need to focus on here is going to be what's called like the maps pack, right? So when you Google like gym near me or like gyms in Edgewater, the maps listing come up, right? It's not to get too confusing or deep in the weeds, but that algorithm is a little bit different than like what we call like the just natural listings underneath. But everyone who's searching for something localized goes to that maps pack, right? So that's what we want to focus on. The way that you boost that rankings is press, PR, influencers out there talking about you, building a buzz. And then number two is like reviews, right? Like getting positive reviews on your gym page. If you literally just type in like gyms in Edgewater, I think you guys are ranking like 8th. I think you had like 10 reviews, and the gyms at top have like 200, 300. So the other thing with organic search is reviews is, again, if you search for gyms near me or gyms in Edgewater, you'll see a lot of the top gyms that are ranking have a ton of reviews. Easy for you guys to get, again, just like When you have happy customers or people coming in, you're working one-on-one with people, just ask them, say, hey, look, we're trying to build this business. If you have anything nice to say about the gym, or even not, if you have stuff to share about the gym, like here's a link to our Google profile. Just leave us some kind words. It's really going to help us out, So just asking people, you know what I'm saying, especially when they come in one-on-one, just be like, hey, can you pull up House of Transformation on your phone and just leave us a review. And that should be on in Google, right? So the Google reviews are number one we're talking about. That's where you want to get those reviews. And then some other things in terms of the website structure, building those things out a little bit more, adding some more content. When we first built the website, it's basically a 1 or 2 page website, right? But starting to build out a little bit more structure in terms of like about philosophy, right? Like again, we talked about this a little bit off camera, but like really trying to own that conversation about assisted coaching and whatever it is that you want to call that, right? A lot of the gyms that have the most success, like Sweat 440 or all these different companies, right? They've got that patented kind of like, I don't know if it's trademarked or whatever, but their own style of workout, like Barry's, right? Like you think Barry's, you know exactly what it is that they do. So building out some more content around that, putting it on the website, dedicated pages, more about you, all the people that work here, all these different types of things, just building out a little bit more content and infrastructure on the website. I think the business is ready for that. Will also help out to just build a little bit more of a padded search profile. So the final one that I have here for earned channels is going to be partnerships and co-marketing events, something that I know you guys already do. I know that you guys have had some success with that before in the past. So going out to, either other gyms that aren't in direct competition and doing like a co-marketing event, whatever you want to call it, kind of just workout event, whatever it is, like we did with Cindy, stuff like that. I know it takes a lot of energy. That's why I have it all the way down at the bottom. I don't think it's something that you have to do per se, but I do think when it comes to building a local community, the more in touch stuff that you have with people, the better. And then the final piece on that, and something that we didn't do last time, is selling. And this is why I think having somebody who's dedicated to sales that goes to those events and is a shark. You got a table there, you're getting signups, you're getting contact, you're getting phone numbers, you're getting emails, and they're calling them, no excuses, no fucks given. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like sales is not for shy people. And talked about this last time, and until somebody's dedicated to sales, you're going to struggle to get sales, So having somebody that's dedicated to capturing information and not being uncomfortable. I say this to my salespeople all the time. The number one thing that I look for in a salesperson is that you're comfortable making other people uncomfortable, and not in a bad way, but you're comfortable picking up the phone and dialing. You're comfortable making that ask. You're comfortable pushing people to make a decision that they haven't been able to come to themselves, but fully well knowing that you're here to help them. And a lot of times we stand in our own way, especially when it comes to fitness, right? The final frontier of getting somebody in the gym is just breaking down their mental barrier and being like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this, I'm committed to doing it, and then you got them to come in. So just somebody who's dedicated at those events to collecting information, again, just following up and trying to actually convert them into customers, not just seeing the house brand and floating off.